Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Just on the channel, enhanced WTC videos, so World Trade Center, I imagine. 7 years ago, the video, Richard Sherwin's 9/11 footage, enhanced video and double FPS. So it's the World Trade Centers burning on 9/11, 2001, New York. Sure, everybody's aware of the event. Anybody in my age, and I remember like it was yesterday. To be honest, absolutely remember like it was yesterday. I think this is Building 7 here, the mysterious Building 7, possibly in the foreground here, and the two towers burning. So let's zoom in a bit here. Let's turn it down. Talk over that. Was annoying me. So, yeah, I just thought I'd make a video because I seen this video. I mentioned a few things, to be honest. First of all, I was just taking in the scenes, to be honest, taking in the scenes and remembering the day and remember watching it myself on the news and watched it all day on the news, to be honest. Remember watching Building 7 come down and the BBC reported it early, as we've seen. And again, we showed in a previous video Larry Silverstein, who owns the World Trade Centers at this time, admit in an interview that he controlled demolition Building 7 here. In an interview, again, we've covered this. There is the owner admitting in an interview they pulled it down by controlled demolition, which raises many questions. To be honest, I mean, this poor woman here. I mean, I thought this was ironic that the sign for fun there. I'm not sure what the picture on the sign is, but I don't know if it looks like a plane or something. For fun, and some people would say this was done by certain people, not Osama bin Laden. For fun, if you want to fucking put it that way. Again, multiple reasons. It was full of asbestos, the World Trade Centers. It was going to cost absolutely. It was easier to knock them down than to take all the asbestos out because they were built at a time when we put asbestos in everything and thought that was a good idea. Again, this is why I didn't take the COVID vaccine. Asbestos, human beings, we think things are a good idea and then we realise they're not. So think on, think on. So one of the first things I noticed after going through just reminiscing the day, noticing Building 7 and the sign for fun, the actual towers themselves here. Now, the one on the left, maybe not quite so much, but the one on the right here, let's look at how high the plane has actually went into the tower here. It's almost near the top. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we are very close to the top here. I mean, another thing I'll point out while we're on it. See all these beams? They're all popped outwards, not inwards. They're all coming outwards. They fell outwards. Even on this one, to be honest, whether that was the exit point of the plane doesn't really match the sort of mapping of a plane. Really, I'm not sure where if that's the wing, where's the other wing? You know what I mean? I don't know, but there is theories that there wasn't planes. Is just why I'm sort of mentioning it. I'm not a massive one for that theory because it's just getting a bit too crazy for people. To be honest, trying to tell them that this was an inside job was hard enough. Do you know what I mean? Before when you start mentioning no planes and stuff, the zombies you'll fry the brain here. So let's stay semi grounded here, just to keep the zombies on board. So the left tower, again, maybe about halfway down here. I'm not quite sure because we can't see from the smoke from the right tower here, but again, the right tower's top is here. That'll be a bit further away, so that the top should be sort of in this smoke area here. And as you can see, it's quite far down where the smoke is coming from on the left tower. So, the whole notion of the tower collapsing because fuel jet engines melted the steel and that ultimately caused the tower to collapse due to the steel not having the strength because it was weakened due to the heat. So, all right, fair play. I'll maybe give you it on the left tower. Not really, but I'll maybe give you it. The Building 7, as we've seen, Larry Silverstein admitting it was a controlled demolition. Now, the question arises, how long does it take to rig a building for this size for controlled demolition? And the answer is not hours, it's weeks and days. So, prior knowledge is, well, logic. Logic would suggest that prior knowledge had to be had to rig this building up for controlled demolition. And Larry Silverstein, again, the interview exists. I won't put it in this video. It was in a previous one, admitting live on camera in an interview that they controlled demolition this building because it had been damaged when the towers fell. But the reality is, you cannot rig this building up for a controlled demolition in about 5 hours. So, yeah, there's that problem. So, moving on to the right tower, I mean, as well, we've mentioned Shanksville, no plane. Pentagon, no plane. So let's move on to the final one, the right tower here. And as we've seen, we're right up at the top here. I can't. That is literally the top of the building. I can't get this screen any higher. That's the top of the building there. You can see the sort of lines where it changes. It's right at the top of the screen. It's the top of the building. So maybe what? God, 40, 50 meters down from the top of the building. Look how much building hasn't been hit by a plane here and melting jet fuel. Yet we're to believe that the jet fuel heated the steel up all the way to the bottom here, even though it was hit right at the top. For this building to free fall collapse in on itself. Now, I'm sorry, but like logic and engineering and all sorts, to be honest, doesn't probably. I'm not an engineer, to be honest, but logic doesn't really go here. And I can't see it from a logical engineering standpoint. I can get that, can grasp the whole concept of the heat melting the steel, making it weak, especially on the left tower, and the weight ultimately dragging the building down. But I still don't think it would actually go to the base. You would end up with two semi-towers standing in the air here because it didn't heat all the way to the bottom. Now, especially on this right tower, there's no way this is going to the base. Well, because it's been hit at the top. For me, anyway. And again, we had Larry Silverstein admitting that this was a fucking controlled demolition. So, and there's no plane at the Pentagon or at Shanksville here. So, stand where you will. But these are the facts of the day. Again, does it look like a plane's went in there? And the answer's no, but whether it was from the other side is an option, obviously. Absolutely an option for fun. I think it is a fucking plane on that sign as well, would you believe it? Yeah, like, again, if that's an exit point, possibly, and explosions knocked them out, but a plane hasn't entered there. Absolutely not, still intact. Again, could be around the side that we can't see. Now, there is a big hole here, but again, just kind of doesn't match a plane, you know what I mean? Like, if that's the wing, if that could be a wing, I suppose if you come in on an angle, maybe it does match a plane then, to be fair. Maybe it does, if you come in on a slight angle there. So, yeah, maybe it does. I mean, I know there is videos of planes going in there, but we have dinosaurs running around on movies at the same time this was happening, you know what I mean? And the dinosaurs look pretty real to me. So we can fake stuff and film stuff, you know what I mean? And that was kind of the claim. I'm not a. There is like a bit where well, I won't get into it. You can see where you want on that. There might be planes, there might not be planes. I'm going to go with there was planes just for the ease of the argument. Yeah, but again, so these things smoke away for quite a while time. Apparently heating up the steel here. Which again, on this left tower, I'll give you it. Go on then, I'll give you it. It's halfway down. It's been impacted here. Although the building was built to withstand multiple plane impacts, apparently. But it didn't withstand one. Neither withstood one. Did the designers fuck up here? No, it was full of asbestos. So all these, that's what's burning here and covering all these people who got fucking respiratory diseases in the aftermath of 9/11 because they breathed in all this fucking smoke. So yeah, burning away. But again, again, it could be the other side. But no planes entered that. It's just on fire again, and explosions happened inside there. Again, there looks like there's severe damage to the left here, and again, it's an absolute massive possibility that it was on the other side of the building. So let's look at two. There is a massive hole on this. I've moved it forward a bit here. Again, if you want to come and watch the video, the full video for yourself, I'll mention the channel again at the end before we finish. I mentioned it before. But I can't remember it. Here's the guy, here's Bobby crying. Puala Lass, I think. The towers are about to fall, I believe. Or is one already gone here? This is a different angle, I'm not sure. I don't think one's gone. This could be the first. Yeah, and the tower that got hit second fell down first, I believe, as well. There's another problem with the whole jet fuel theory in a way. That I mean, you could put stuff in the office was burning, but I mean, the stuff should be in kind of both offices, in both towers as well, you know what I mean? So it's a well argued about day, the 9/11, to be fair. So I think we just got a different angle here. Oh, there is quite a lot of smoke there. Oh, we maybe have missed the initial tower collapse here, have we? Is that it? I think we have missed the initial tower collapse here. Oh, there goes the fucking other one. No, we'll go back and watch this one first. I was too busy. Yeah, I'm sure that's building 7. I'm sure that's building 7 there. Oh, I didn't catch the full thing. But yeah, like, I mean, what the fuck's happened? Do you know what I mean? How's that just occurred? Like, the entire building just fucking collapsed to fucking nothing because there was a fire at the top. Like, still going. Yeah, I'll go back and we'll watch the initial collapse here. We'll watch the initial collapse. What's this guy saying? Hold on.
Nothing. The bodies.
They look like they were skydiving. They had their hands out like this, and then like you know how you skydive?
Yeah. You saw that too?
Oh, serious?
Yeah, they were coming out of it. They had no choice.
A guy just dropped about 15, 20
Either
minutes ago.
burn or die from the smoke. They just figured, hey.
Yeah, they had no choice to jump because the stairwells were blocked, the lifts were fucked, there's fire everywhere, and the only way out of the fire was out of the building. I mean, there was this video of one man who was climbing down, literally climbing down the building, and when the first tower collapsed, I believe the vibrations unsettled him and he fell, and he wasn't there when the smoke cleared, so yeah, there was a guy climbing down, he was doing alright, and then the other tower fell, and in all the debris and the smoke and the as I say, the sort of the tremor of the building, and I think he lost his footing and his grip, and he died. But he made some progress. There's actually videos about that. The climbing man. Oh, come on.
Holy cow! Anytime you see something going fast like.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually see like smoke coming out as the explosions. I mean, take the building down. It's a controlled demolition for me. I mean, the one on the left, I'll slightly give you the fuel theory. You know what I mean? Because it's in the middle of the building. It's nearer the bottom. But this one on the right here, you've got fucking no chance. Absolutely no chance here.
That is cool. You know what it is? He's jumbo. You know what it is? It's that damn smoke. Yeah, that's right.
And the fact that we have Larry Silverstein there admitting that they pulled Building 7 down due to controlled demolition. You've got to ask questions here, you know what I mean? And again, the whole, how long does it take to rig this building? And the answer isn't 5 hours. So there's questions to be asked, definitely questions to be asked. The buildings were full of asbestos. They'd just been sued for terrorism before the event. And Larry Silverstein got a lot of money out of it, an absolute fucking billions out of it. There goes the tower. We didn't get to go. It's bad cameraman. He's been watching these buildings all fucking morning here, and he's missed the key scenes. You know what I mean? They're in HD, but he's missed the fucking scenes. So yeah, when that building's come down and the other one, it does damage. Building 7. There is a gash in Building 7. In fairness, but it is still standing. It hasn't been hit by a plane. It did get hit by debris. But how debris knocks a 58-story skyscraper to the ground in 9.5 seconds is the speed of gravity with no resistance. The speed of gravity with no resistance. Again, a building falling down. Even the towers fell at the speed of gravity with no resistance. 9.6 seconds, I believe, or 9.8 seconds for full collapse. So zero resistance. Again, if a building was collapsing because of structural failure, well, you would have resistance because it's not being knocked out from underneath itself by explosions and thermite. So, I mean, people have been through this. There's 50,000 architects and engineers sent a petition to the American government when Obama was president, saying that the whole physics of this day doesn't, in the official 9/11 story, the whole physics doesn't, it doesn't work, and they completely just missed Building 7 out of the official the official fucking documents because they couldn't explain it, so just don't even mention it, to be honest, because most people don't know about it, so just don't mention it. And we can get away with that. So, yeah, everybody's walking away as the fire crews run in. Countless firemen died on the day. It was a shit show, to be honest. It was the day that shook the world, the day the world stood still, the day that changed the world, the biggest day in history thus far. Although we're going into times where we might break this, we could break this record in the near future, and we absolutely could. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention it, especially like that right tower, how the right tower there, it's been hit at the very, very top of the building, yet it managed to collapse to the base, you know what I mean? Here's Wikipedia jumping in. The September 11th attacks, known as 9/11, were a season of coordinated Islamist terrorist suicide attacks by Al-Qaeda. Well, it's debatable. Debatable, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd give it a mention. I passed the video. It was it was a good picture, you know what I mean? It had all been like HD'd up and shit. So yeah, but feel free to go and watch Larry Silverstein, the owner of the World Trade Centers at the time of the attack, admit that they pulled Building 7 down by controlled demolition. I mean, just type in up here, Larry Silverstein, 9/11, Building 7, controlled demolition. I'm sure you'll get the video. So we'll leave it there, to be honest. I just thought I'd give it a mention. Shit show, wasn't it? Again, some people, again, I'm not really for I mean, that Loose Change is the documentary. Just go and watch Loose Change, to be honest. That pretty much covers everything. We'll leave it there, peace.